Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Mini. I'm Jason, and if you're new to our channel, we purchased almost 16 acres earlier this year in March, and we have been working on it, putting the driveway in, clearing a home site, and now as we move into December, I'm going to work on a project that I wanted to show you guys, and it's probably going to be a multi-part process, multiple videos, because I'm not going to be able to get it in all at once, but we're going to attempt to build my kids a tree house, a house in the trees, whatever you want to call it, because I don't think it's actually going to be attached to trees. So, but it's going to be in the woods. So we've started by picking up some lumber, getting some equipment over here, and unfortunately this time of year we're dealing with wet conditions, and so it's going to be difficult navigating through the storms and everything else, the rain, all this other stuff that we have this time of year. But we went out, we've got some lumber, got some concrete, and my plans are to use some cedar trees around the property that we have for the post. A couple of reasons. One, it saves some money for us, and two, I think I'm really going to like the way it looks, having more of a rustic looking tree house. So, and again, I use that term lightly, tree house, because there's not going to be a tree in it. So, but I hope you guys, if you're looking to do one for yourself or for your kids, or already have one, hopefully you can help us out by leaving us some comments if you see some things that'll be helpful for us during this little video series that we're doing on building this tree house. But I'm gonna walk you down to where we're putting it and kind of show you what we got going on. We've started by clearing out a path. Once again, this is the home site. Started clearing out some of these smaller trees. We picked the path of least resistance to get back down in here, and hopefully it's going to give us enough space to bring the lumber down here as well. But as we move down in here, we've got a few more things. As we just walked over, I'll show you all this stuff down here. We've still got to get cleaned out. But we have done a little bit of work, and we've got a nice open area right here. And got a nice huge beech tree right here that's going to be really close to it. And then we have another oak tree that I'm hoping that will be right in front of it. So got a couple things marked out on the ground. I've got some spray paint that is going to help us determine where it's going to go. But it's going to start right here, go really close to that oak tree with the deck to it, and then hopefully I'll have a spot to hook a zip line to and go all the way down there. But I've never tried anything like this or built anything like this before, so we've been coming up with some plans, some drawings, things like that. So I really hope you guys enjoy watching us go through this process of building our kids this tree house. And as we have a few more details for you, I'll share them for you. But I'm going to work right now on getting a few cedar posts down and getting them measured out and ready for the base of this tree house. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and hopefully you guys can help us out with some suggestions as well in comments. All right, so we're down here in the woods, not too far from where this tree house is going to be built, and I have some cedar trees that are here that are probably about anywhere from 6, 7 on up. It gets a little thinner, of course, but anywhere between 6, 7 inches in diameter that we're looking for these posts. Something that'd be really similar to a 4x4 post, potentially even a 6x6 post. But we have plenty of these trees around, and I really like the way they look when we cut them down and we use them for posts and things like that. And so this is ideal for what we're going to be using for. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one cut down, and there's a few other ones that we're going to do, get them cleaned up, and we'll get them moved over there and ready for our tree house. right, everyone. Well, I'm losing my daylight. You can barely see me, but we're able to get 5 of the 6 cedar posts we needed. So we'll see you on the next day. And number 6. So welcome back, everybody. This is day number 2. We haven't been over here for almost 2 weeks because of how much rain we've been getting. But we just got back over here. I've got my 6 posts now. And today, hopefully, we're gonna make some progress. Got a little bit more debris to clean up over here. But hopefully you guys will see us get something in the works today. And because, believe it or not, we have more rain coming in. So that's gonna slow us down even more. So the hopes of me having this thing finished by Christmas is slowly fading away on me. But what we'll do is we'll get as much done and we'll have something to show them. So I'm gonna get a few more things cleaned up and we'll start doing some measurements. So we're starting to get some of our tools around here gathered up so we can start working on this treehouse. Want to show you this little stand we built. Have a truck toolbox that we're not using right now because we usually use it in our old work truck that now we're hauling firewood with. So we built this little stand, and this will keep our tools at least somewhat out of the weather, and we'll keep them down here while we're working. Because again, we are completely off grid. There's no power, there's no water. Everything we have here, we have to run off a generator or bring our own water in. But this is going to be the main area for the treehouse. And I think what we're gonna do is get this frame built, get it set up, get it squared, and then that way we can set these cedar posts in there or mark it out so where we can dig out for little footers. We're gonna pour some concrete. A lot of the things you see here, if you have any building experience, you're probably gonna get a good chuckle out of because we don't know what we're doing. I'm lucky enough to have my dad help me because I would be in a world more trouble without any help here today. So we're gonna frame this out and hopefully get these posts marked and set and put in today. So let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, so we got our four corners auged out. We're going to pour a little bit of concrete in the bottom of them and use that as a type of a footer. We're going to actually sink the cedar post in there just a little bit to keep them from kicking out. I don't want to sink them in all the way because that would just keep all the moisture around the post. So we're going to set some down in there, let it set up, and then we'll set the post itself down in there just slightly, just so it can keep from kicking out. And again, I'm not a professional, so we're just going on the fact that we hope this works. But this should give us at least some structure, of some type of a footing for this. Well, all right, everyone. Well, we got our 4 corner posts set, and this will wrap up part 1 of the treehouse build. So we started by getting this area cleared, cutting down some cedar trees to use for posts, grabbing some lumber from the lumber yard, and of course obviously getting it situated and finding out which trees we're going to use for what. We do have a couple surprises for the kids that I have to incorporate, so got to make sure that all that works and lines up for us. But I'm happy with our progress, especially with all the rain we've had, and hopefully this will hold for us. I know there's a big debate on if you use concrete to sink the post, but like I mentioned, these are just in the concrete just enough to keep them from kicking out. So I hope you guys enjoy this first part and look for part 2. As we get the band wrapped around, we will add post 5 and 6 support post. When we get back, we'll wrap a band around it, and then we'll start doing the floor joists and the decking boards. But we appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.